Okay, I was looking like, where am I live? Am I live? Am I live? What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Y'all know who it is. It's me, Key Lolo, your home girl, aka Ladosha Wright. Notice how I flipped the script, Cheryl. I used to be Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo, but now I'm Key Lolo, aka Ladosha Wright, coming to you live and direct from my office here in the Reverence Design Team Hair Salon. My voice is like, oh my God. I'm telling you, these allergies are just like, they are just so bad. Now, what I'm about to do right now, Cheryl, is I'm going to make sure that this post, it is. I got it this time. I got it. Okay, it's public now. See, I was ready because I don't know why Facebook does that, but they put my video mode and only I can see it. Like, why do I want to be the only one to see it? But anywho, welcome everybody. It's officially October. Y'all know why October is the coldest month. Did you know that? It's the dopest month on the calendar. See, people think it's January. They think it's February. They think it's, May, July. No, actually, October is officially the dopest month on the calendar because that's the month of my birthday. So I'm gonna be 21 this year, and I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna go buy me some liquor and everything. Have me a good time on my birthday. What'd you do when you turned 21?
I do remember it, but it was some real low level kind of chill out.
You didn't get buck wild on your 21st birthday?
Well, see, I don't drink.
What? What kind of?
Drink.
Oh my goodness!
I'm one of those. I have to look real smooth, and I can't risk, looking crazy.
I don't know what kind of hairstylist you is.
I'm the one that will tell everybody what they did.
Oh, you that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, come on now.
You have to remember, I was always the designated driver. So I had a car at 14, 15. So I had the whip, I had the car and everything. So then Mr. Morrow,
you was a perfect patty. That's what you were.
I had a daddy.
He didn't play.
Knew the mayor, knew to everybody. And he always told us he would be on $1 million deal and he'd put the phone on hold and say, "Excuse me, hold on. Whatever you do, gonna come to play. Now or later." Okay, y'all, blah, 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 blah. And then me and my brother would be like,
he put the juju on y'all, huh? He better bet. I wasn't like that, Cheryl. I was just, man, listen. I was bad. I was not off. Nah. When I turned 21, oh my goodness. I don't want to be 21 again. That's how wretched things were back in those days. As a matter of fact, speaking of wretchedness, I have a confession, guys. I have a confession, and we just wait for some people to come in the chat. Don't forget to like the show. I think it's our 23rd episode of the dumbest hit that people say about black hair. Welcome YouTubers, welcome Facebookers, welcome LinkedIn. LinkedIn is still treating us like stepchildren, but it's okay. Maybe LinkedIn is going to join us one day. LinkedIn, we see you guys. We see you guys out there. But I do. I have a serious, legitimate, bona fide confession, okay? So, is anybody in here familiar with BehindTheChair.com? What's up, Miss Howard? I see you in the chat. Welcome. We always count on YouTube. YouTube is the street. I'm going to give me a tear and say YouTube street. YouTubers, y'all be on the O, the N, the E. You know what I'm saying? Not from 1987, but from 1983. I would bust out my KRS rhymes, but I ain't going to do that today. But what's up, Sister Nia Kobe? I hope you got my gift. I hope you got it. But anywho, I have a confession. So, have you heard of BehindTheChair.com? Okay, now what I'm about to say this is a personal Ladosha's confession, okay? So they had this wonderful event. I was going because Greg Gilmore was going to be there. They had some swanky, really good hairstylists in the house. And so I was really excited to go. I actually bought me a VIP ticket at the hefty price of, well, it ain't hefty, it's $200. So I spent $200 for this VIP pass to go to this hair show from behind the chair. Now, I haven't been to a hair show, obviously, since the pandemic, but I do go to hair shows. I ain't trying to get brand new, but I do go. So I went, and when I walked in, it was so white. How white was it? I turned my black ass around. I was like, the devil is a lie. Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually recorded myself. I never have I felt. You can't really catch Key Lolo out her hookup. Do y'all know what I'm saying? I don't know why. But it was so, I could not believe. Now, when you look at behind the chair, like online, now I'm not about to say I thought it was going to be, 50-50. I might be some dumb, but I'm not plumb dumb. So I did not think that there would be a large amount of African Americans, or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know. I'm talking about, I was so shocked. Like, I mean, when you go in the United States in the beauty industry and it's all white people, I was like, I was looking around and I was like, okay.
It's not a platform.
Okay. So and so then I saw this girl that she interned with us. So she was the black girl, and so she was like, I was recording myself, right? I would post it, but I don't know if I should do it. And I was like, girl, what the hell is going on here? And she said, ain't no black people in here. And she said, I know. And I said, well, what? I don't know. And so I looked around. I kept looking and looking, and so I saw some white homegirls. I was like, Ladosha, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's going on? She said, what's up? I said, what? Ain't no black people in here. And they was looking at me, and then they said, well, you here? And I said, I know, but I don't. And they said, girl, you look good. I don't want to be in that space. I did not feel comfortable, and I don't know why that bothered me. I mean, so I was like, I'm leaving. I couldn't stay there. I could not. I took my camera and I said, let me just be open. And I walked around. My heart was racing, guys. I'm not making this up. And so I walked around and I saw the typical, like the Joyco, the regular people. But I tell y'all, it was not nothing black up in there. Nothing. I'm talking about no representation. I'm like, this is 2022.
So if cosmetology is based on how you look, how you form your looks, how you take care of your look, and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Where would racism show up the most?
Oh, you so smart.
And let me just say this. They are not racist people.
I know they not. That's why
However, they're just in their own bubble.
Yeah, and I couldn't go there, guys. Sister Kobe, I'm glad you received it. I don't know, Miss Howard, what do you guys think? The segregation, and I know you guys say, well, you go to the Browner Brothers hair show, it's touted as an African American hair show, you know what I'm saying? So that just kind of, and I'm not saying that they don't market it to white people, and I don't know that they do. I'm not on the Browner Brothers, marketing team, but I just, honestly, I really I did not feel comfortable in that space. I did not feel, and then, I walked around, and the only thing I saw that I could relate to. You ready for this, Sister Nia Kobe, Miss Howard? You guys, you got, and I don't know. Someone's on Facebook. What's up? Okay, I would tell y'all what I could relate to. The bar. It was a huge liquor bar, and I said, "Look at this." Like all we do is drink. Give me 2 shots. 2 shots. I had a little coffee stuff. It was really. I'm telling you.
And where was it? It was in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was in Cleveland at this historical theater called the Agora. So the Agora has been around for quite some time, and it was a nice venue. I'm not about to talk about behind the chair, because they're going to be like, well, you just whatever. But I don't. And you know what? To their defense, they are not responsible for who shows up. You know what I'm saying? Or who doesn't, right? So that's why I said just me. But I felt bad because Leah, she was like, "Well, you're here," and I just kind of looked at her like. I was real stoic, like, okay, and so we took a little, and there's a picture on my Facebook page, and you can see the look on my face, because the girl just snapped it like, and I was like, and I like Leah. Leah has been extremely helpful in my career as a colorist. You know what I'm saying? But you can understand, Miss Howard. Okay, I'm glad you guys can, and I'm not saying that it was like, the whole tokenism thing. I'm not trying to go there, but for me, I cannot do a all white. I can't do it, y'all. I didn't feel comfortable, and so I left.
It just goes to show you that there is cosmetology, and then there is the Black natural hair care movement. There is no more formal Black cosmetology industry.
Yeah, and I you know what, guys, you might be right, Cheryl, because I remember I would go to like Cosmoprof hair. I've been to those hair shows, and we would be in the house. I mean, you could go to the is it Jacob Javits or something? What's that center in New York? Okay, Jacob Javits. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. Okay, and it was diverse. Sure, it was diverse.
It's called the International Show.
Oh, I'm from the projects. What is your excuse? Okay,
it's called the New York International Hair Show.
Okay,
it is where most of the brands and the institutional portion of cosmetology meets.
Yeah, so that was, so I'm used to, I've been where it's predominantly, but we are there. But y'all, when I tell y'all, and y'all know, I'm just too get to for that. It just wasn't, I did not feel comfortable.
And I've been a member of Behind the Chair for like 12 years.
Me too. I love their website, and
I wouldn't trust their events.
Well, I was going because of Greg Gilmore. Greg is an excellent educator, and I know that that's why he's there, is with the intent to kind of diversify that space. But y'all gonna have to, y'all might have to get a couple black DJs up in there, get some twerks. No, I'm
well, they love yours. The problem is that traditional cosmetology, is what Behind the Chair represents, has no relation with the Black natural hair care movement. There has to be a Black cosmetology equivalent of the traditional cosmetology which Behind the Chair represents.
Yeah,
it should not have to relate to the natural hair care movement, because on their side they are licensed professionals.
Right.
They deal with traditional institutional cosmetology. Natural hair care, Black folks, where we are right now, which is a shame, which we've lost the cosmetology professional treatments and professional, so they don't have an equivalent, and they should not have to be in the room with people who are not professionals and just mere clinicians and people who are just mixing up cocktails and salad dressing.
I get it.
So they should not have to be in the room.
I know, and maybe Yeah, and maybe that's really what's bothering me, guys. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe deep down I was jealous because
Mm-hmm.
we as African Americans, we don't have that. And I'm not saying,
Not anymore.
yeah, I'm not trying to say, hold on. I know what y'all can ready to say. Nah, I know I'm not talking about the white black. I'm talking about, like you said, the professional. We African American cosmetologists, we really are. We are very professional. I consider myself extremely, extremely professional. And maybe not just listening at your response. Maybe internally, that's what it was. I did not see the representation, and I'm not saying that there are not any black professional cosmetologist. I'm not about to say that, but for us to come together in that space, maybe that was just a reality that African American cosmetologists, we've got to do something, y'all. We got to do something.
And like I
Um,
said, it starts with a new association to our media. We don't have any manuals or there's no leadership.
hmm.
Yeah, and let me just say this, I'm just gonna say it. The celebrity black hairstylist cannot be the standard
No, why not?
because you are just another hairstylist. I don't give a shit who you do. I don't
Hmm.
care because your clientele happens to be on an actor or part of the actors guild, or you're just it's another part of your clientele.
Mm-hmm.
The clientele is not the basis of the true art and science and prestige of your scholar. It has nothing to do with it. Your clientele is your revenue. The revenue, who is the sum of your revenue, is not a measuring stick on how good or a professional or how appropriate you are to teach and not to teach, to instruct or not to instruct. It has nothing to do with it. It is your contribution to the field,
Oh.
the contribution to the craftsmanship, the your commitment to the oath, the Constitution of cosmetology. I don't give a shit who you do with, as a celebrity. I
Hmm.
don't care. Who
Well,
cares?
I kind of, I don't know. I just, you guys work with us on this one. I thought, I kind of get the feel that celebrity stylists, that they are there to, like, as a source of inspiration for us to, give our clients the royal treatment. And, because entertainers are people too. I mean, before they became, you know, Kilolos of the world and Nia Colby's and Miss Howard's, they were everyday, they were just regular customers
And they
too,
may
you
not
know what I'm saying?
necessarily have the best hair, and they
Right.
normally tend to don't. And you don't know if they have on something real or fake.
Yeah.
Who cares? My goal is with if you just happen to be a preferred stylist amongst people who can really pay top dollar. To me, that's
Hmm.
all a celebrity clientele. And believe me, half of them ain't paying.
Well, now let me just say, y'all get ready. Okay, you said celebrity hairstyles may not work. Okay, that's a good point, Sister Nia Colby. It might not work in everyday life. Okay, that's true in
Well,
terms of hair.
because they're celebrities, sometimes hairstylists just want the credentials. It may not always be paying. You
Right.
may not, you waiting for celebrity hairstylists that may give you a living and pay your bills. You
Yeah.
be waiting a long time.
Yeah, Ted Gibson, he is the highest paid, one of the highest, if not the highest paid hairstylist in the industry. But you gotta, to try to get there. I don't know, but
Well,
I
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I would tell Ted, all of them. If you're the highest paid, you're the highest earner. And at the end of the day, that does not move the needle. That just means that you're a high price whore. That's all you do. That's all
Cheryl.
it is.
Oh my
That's all it
gosh!
is.
I thought I
I
was
mean,
gangster. Y'all
you
better,
have
y'all
to.
better watch
You
out
got.
there
Let
now.
me tell you something. at the a real celebrity hairstylist, you don't move. I'm not going on no set. I'm not following you. I got hair. You need to come to me. And at the end of the day, it's not even about me even bragging about how hard I work and how much I charge for a haircut. At the end of the day, the elevation process and the goal of every cosmetologist should be able to style for at least 10 to 7 years. I mean, 7 to 10 years in their career. And it's at the end of the day, how much do I earn if I don't cut? How much do I earn if I don't plug up? How much do I earn if I don't have to press and curl? How much do I earn at that particular point? Because if we're going to just stay there, and I know that career, that celebrity stylist or platform, I'm a platform artist, because it used to be 25 years ago, I'm a platform artist for a manufacturer. At the end of the day, yeah, I know that inspires people to miss in beauty school.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit gets old.
Yeah, I
about
couldn't.
10 years in, ain't nobody.
Yeah, Ted. I didn't say that, Ted.
I
'Cause
did.
But here's the thing. Sorry, guys, I have a pause. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. No, in all seriousness, though, for me, I couldn't do that. I hear you, Miss Howard. Just new terms. Okay, I got you.
That's like the same
I couldn't do the celebrity thing. Like you said, all that moving around. I'm not. Give me your mamas, your children. I'm not doing that. People try to get, when I first opened up, we had the ball players' wives. That stuff y'all see on TV with the Atlanta Housewives, that stuff is real. Let me tell you, I could not. I got them heifers up out that salon, and I said, no, give me Nene, the teacher, the baby mama, the soccer coach, the retired nurse, the nurse, the supervisor. Give me the everyday people. That was the craziest thing ever. I could not do the celebrity thing. It was much too much. Yeah, so
I did it for about 4 years while I was in New York.
yeah.
I think the part that I did enjoy was I didn't like the whole I didn't like the industry politics of it, so I ended it very quickly.
Yeah,
And
they'll
I just went
they'll
to fashion.
they'll dice
I
you. They'll
enjoyed.
slice. Yeah,
I,
they'll
I,
slice. Yeah,
I
they
like
will
the
slice and dice you there. You're right. They will. They
I
will
like
slice
the
and dice
fashion
you.
shows. I like the fashion shows. I did like working for fashion designers and conceptualizing their runway shows. That
Yeah,
I liked,
yeah.
but I didn't enjoy waiting on them and sitting on there trying to give them some look, praise some look into their image and
I
what
didn't like
they're
it. I didn't like
doing
it
a
either.
doing a seance over there over their bald head. And, no, they're trying to,
Oh yeah, I couldn't. That celebrity hairstyling, girl. Let me just tell y'all, you gotta be tough. That ain't that's they call that sucker free right there, Miss Howard. I'm here to tell you right there. If you a celebrity hairstylist, you got it going on. That I do not have that going on. But we do have a wonderful topic here today. They said, Cheryl, you on the O, the N, the E. So we got a wonderful topic today that we're going to talk about. And it's all about Kiddie Haircare. But I just had to get that out of my system. So I have my little mannequin here. This is Nene. Here's Nene. Oh, where's she at? We finally got some textured hair mannequins. It took America so long. Let me swing her around. Where's she at? Oops, hold on, y'all. I don't want to knock my phone over. So, where's she? There she is. Here's Nene. Say hey, Nene. So this is my mannequin, Nene. So we've got some wonderful tips. This is what you guys are here for tonight. Not Ladosha's breakdown situation because she could not handle. Maybe I'm gonna admit it. Maybe it was just a jealous moment. I was player hate. You know what I'm saying? On the classiness. I don't know. But anywho, we got this cool topic here today, and this is all about children's hair care. So, Cheryl, how we're going to do this topic now? You guys get ready because I see we've got some some mamas in the chat, so this would be real cool. And I hope we got some dads looking too, because dads, you play an important role into your children's hair care, not just your sons but your daughters, and then the same thing for moms, vice versa. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to say the topic, and then you're going to talk about it. So I have 5 tips. Whoops, where my hand at? 5 tips that we know for a fact they can help you out when it comes to understanding your child's hair and your role as a parent and what you need to do. And so the first thing we want all parents to understand is that when it comes to your child's hair care, and Cheryl's just going to break down the points, and the first one is going to be regimen. Cheryl, break down, why is it so important for parents to put their child's hair care on a regimen? I saw on TikTok a parent said, I decided that I am not going to force my child to get her hair done. I am going to allow my child's hair to just be. And so she wants her child, and she tells her child that it is lovely as it is, and she doesn't want the child to be brought up, thinking that something is wrong with her hair, and in the as is state. Okay, so but you still need a regimen. Okay, you need a regimen. So Cheryl, help the parents understand why you need to set a routine for these babies and this hair care. I put the hard one up there first, y'all. Get ready, Diacoba and Miss Howard. Hold on to y'all seats. I'm holding on to Nene. Nene, get ready, Nene.
Let me first start by saying, I don't know how long it has been, or how long it has not been, since you guys have bought your daughter a baby doll, a doll, Cabbage Patch doll or a doll, Barbie doll. It don't make a difference. And what is your last memory of what the girl did with the baby doll or the Barbie?
We cut it.
You cut all the hair off.
I cut my. I'm weird, guys. I hated dolls growing up. I did like Raggedy Ann though. I don't know why I liked Raggedy Ann, but that damn Barbie.
This question is for you. Okay, this way. I'm talking about when your dolls. You remember what the interaction between the daughter and the doll with the hair is concerned.
Okay.
Okay, if you remember that, I remember several interactions with young girls, and the aunts or the mom would actually say to their daughter, if the doll was looking raggedy by the head, the mother would say, "Why do you let your doll go out like that?"
True.
Now you all remember that, right? Put the shoe on the doll, or put the do this on the doll. Don't do your doll like that. Don't why the baby's hair looking like that? Okay, so I don't necessarily need to talk mothers and fathers into why you would let your daughter or son go out like that. If you have heard other parents question their children about why they letting the doll go out like that. Why comb the doll's hair before you take it to the store with me, because the doll is looking scary. Okay. And
I'm having all kind of flashbacks because Cheryl,
right.
You wanted Nia Kobe say brush the hair, braid the hair. She had to brush it.
Okay, so when mothers say, "I'm just gonna let the little girl's hair be," well, would you tell a 13-year-old that? Would You tell a 21-year-old girl that. And so it's nonsense. And it is allowing her to not have any connection to a mechanism that is attached to her self worth, her self care, her self advocacy, her self image, and her ability to have skill sets to be able to employ when she needs to compete, aka go out, go meet her girlfriends or out, or go out to birthday parties, because that's very important how you feel when you're amongst other young people. So once you leave that device up to young people, 5 year olds and 10 year olds and 15 year olds, what you're saying is that I will give instructions to my child in any other regard, but I'm going to leave her up to her own devices when it comes to her appearance, her image, her persona, and her self worth and her self respect. So you're not going to do that. You're going to start teaching her the as much as we would want her to go to charm school and sit and learn proper etiquette because that breeds confidence. Well, her taking time with herself. Okay. Now,
But,
wouldn't a
but,
mother
but ain't this
find
natural,
trouble?
Cheryl? Hold on. Now, wait a
Well,
minute now. Come
let
on
me
now,
ask you a
y'all.
question.
Come on now, y'all. Come on. I ain't the only one. This is
Let
the
me just
look we see out here now. Come on now, y'all. They walk by the salon every day. This is
well,
the
let me ask
new
you a question.
look.
Cosmetologist is supposed to be the vanguard. Okay. And if that's true, then we also, because I am, when I teach Afro cosmetology, there is a portion of Afro cosmetology that we deal with political science because we understand dichotomous logic goes into cultural concepts which develop cultural biases,
Okay.
principles and ideas and concepts that get reinforced so much that they become status quos. And status quos turns into isms, and isms turns into privileges. And then if you're locked outside of that, then you're going to have social problems in dealing with your peers and elders and
Yeah.
institutions and things of it like that. And we don't want our children to have extra problems. We
Yeah.
want them to be quite equipped to go into the marketplace and to function, to not just function, to compete, and then to ultimately dominate.
Right. Yeah. We're losing you on the mic. We're losing you on your sound.
Um,
I think your mic just moved away from your mouth, though. I think that's all it was.
okay, my mic is
Yeah.
fixing.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
So
Yeah.
anyway, um, the regimen includes three things: style and cleanliness, hygiene, and cleanliness. It's important that those things be staged. And so the first, there you go. And then the first one would naturally be grooming comes before hygiene. Hygiene is so instructional and so um, probably hygiene has things to do with odor and fragrances and cleanliness and things. And because the child from 0 to 5 would not be under their own jurisdiction, with those, you don't teach those things first. You teach grooming because you want to connect the child to the grooming portion because the grooming portion is emotional and the hygiene is confidence and honor and integrity and self-respect. You don't do that with a 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old, 5 year old. Okay. And so you 0 to 2 years old, and I break it down in Afro cosmetology. I break it down from 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 to 13, because it's very important that they just really get a couple of years into a habitual correctiveness. Okay, and so 2 to 4, it is more subjective, which is feelings and how you feel and how you connect with things that are pretty, things that they like. They don't get to have a favorite color. That's when they start choosing colors. Well, I like blue versus I like red. Okay. And so once they get subjective and they get the feelings and the emotionality through with the grooming, and the grooming of their dolls and the grooming of male figures. So, because there's male figurines that boys attach to their father. They see their father shave, they see their mother put on hosiery or lotion, and they want to know why. So they have to be involved. So you can hand a little lotion to your son or daughter and tell them, okay, this is how you put it on your toes. Because one of the things that we say, well, we should let them love their hair in their natural state. Yeah, but I have fingernails in my natural state and you don't let them grow long and dirty. So, I mean, why, this is why we just say things, yeah, it's fine to leave the hair in its natural state, but the moment a little boy or little girl's fingernails get too long for the mother's taste, you take over, don't you? And you say, come here, let me cut your fingernails and let me clean them. And see, and that's one of the other reasons why we also teach, when do they learn how to wash their hands and the importance of hand washing? They learn that in kindergarten because it's important. And so that is when the subjective can start being the objective. And that's why 0 to 2 is feelings, and to attach that way. And that is the
here.
I can.
All right, yeah, I got it. Okay. Y'all know I'm slowing the mouse, and I'm slowing the mouse. Okay, I think that was really good. What y'all think about that? I mean, sometimes I try to speak up for my for my Maxwell moms. You know what I'm saying? Just wanna let it show. I try to speak up for my Maxwell heads. You know what I'm saying? My thing about this kind of a look here, two things, parents, is that at some point you gotta comb it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, combing hair out like this is absolutely it's treacherous. It's very painful. And they bring them to the hair salon and they think we could just whip some magic on it. No, we can't. We gonna hurt too. So just take the regimen into consideration.
Combing, and because they don't have a connection because they're not involved. You're doing their, and let me just say this: you can't really connect children to grooming parents when you have somebody or coming over or you got somewhere to go. That is not the time to do that. You must have time that don't have nothing to do with appropriateness. Oh, grandma coming over. Let me not have you looking like you stuck your hand in a socket, because otherwise I don't care. That is not the time to, because then they'll get attached to, I'm only doing it for approval. It is time to bond. You're trying to educate and instill good principles, concepts, and ideals in the child that are healthy, that honors that being, not trying to get it ready. Come on, I don't want them to think bad of me. And then the social worker coming over, and then the grandma coming over, and then, I don't want them to think that I'm a piece of, not a bad mother or something. So let me get you can't, that is not the time to do the appropriateness of regimen. That's it.
All right. Okay. Next up, we got regimen. I hope you guys rocking with us, right? Next one, we got regimen language. So here's the thing that I put that in my little video where it was a rapper. I don't know his name. I think it was Little Boosie or somebody. I don't know what his name is. He was on TikTok and the son was trying to comb his hair, right? And the dad snatched the comb from the son and was trying to show him how to comb it. And he went to and he said, comb this damn, So the language that we use with our children, how important. Now I'm telling the truth according to proof. Now, my mother, if I didn't hold my hair right, she would hit me upside the head with the comb and, say a few choice words about my nappy A double quickie letter head. So, what about the language that we use with our children when it comes to their hair? Let me mute my mic. Language, guys, is very important, and we're going to get into these tools in a minute. But the language that we use when we talk to our children, it was Little Boosie. Okay, it was. She said, oh, he was on that son. Okay, so Little Boosie just, I don't know if that was for likes, but anywho, talk about the language.
Okay. Most of parents, this is to you. You're going to witness this conversation, but I'm talking to the cosmetologist at this point. But I remember teaching consultation, how to give a consultation, right? And we would not talk to our clients like that, even though adults do come in worse than children on any given day. Okay. Their hair will be just as matted, just as tight, just as tangled, right? And the first thing that we would need to do as cosmetologists is go in the bathroom and just take a breath. And we would say, okay, what I cannot do is bring my frustration, exasperation, irritation, and any other ill will feeling to this particular client. So you have more incentive to do this for your children, because what it'll do is it is not the comb that the child cries. The child does not have a connection to the comb. It is the tension, the grabbing, and the tension you have in the implements, the grabbing and the energy that you're putting into the action and the activity. And you don't even have to say anything. The tension and the frustration will come off on your hands, and that the hands are not eased. They're not elegant, and they're not soft. They're not loving. They don't feel like what they have in their hand is valued. And so it is first, when we talk about language, it's the body language and the tension and the touch of how you're approaching it. Okay, that's number one. It is the same things that dog trainers teach you. It is your power and energy in the way you hold the leash that commands either you are calm, assertive, you're the leader, and this is what I require, and this is what I'm doing, this is what I need you to follow. Versus, I'm frustrated, I'm tired, I just need to get this over with. Would you just please? And then, so body language is very important. The second important is that you can always have a conversation to get the child's mind redirected to refocused. And the moment you are using frustration, like, I don't know why you don't, and how come, and the common, this mess, and blase, blase. I mean, it's a plethora of words we choose to use. But let's not just say that the implements in and of themselves are the cause of the child's fear, the child's inner crisis when they start, because they know you are not looking forward, and you trying to avoid this whole hair thing. Well, they're going to try to avoid it. Okay. Now, I don't know if how many videos, parents, cosmetologists, professionals, that's on this particular chat. I don't know how many videos and TikToks and Instagram videos you guys have seen. where we don't have proper seating while we're doing children's hair. Because there's no way that you can do proper seating. So you cannot have tension on your back and you building your neck and shoulders. And the child's head is bobbing back and forth. The child's not comfortable. You're not comfortable. Nobody's comfortable. So there is a very simple remedy for this, is that first you just have to be, and I always would tell my stylists who were in my salon in New York, you cannot beautify tired. You need to go take a lunch and go get your mind right. And you need to be rested and healthy. Rested. You cannot beautify somebody tired. It's just not a good energy. You instead up there for 5 hours and you're so tired and spent, and you're gonna do a press and curl. You actually gonna hold a hot iron in your hand and you tired. And see, by the time we get to our babies, we're just not in the best spirits, not in the best energy. And it's just really a time for us to reflect. If I'm going to create a regimen, I got to communicate. I got to have her positioned right to where I can reach it and still be comfortable and she can be comfortable. I got to pay attention to my nonverbal communication.
That's that simple, guys. Just that. So what she's saying is preparation. You got to get prepared. Get all your combs, your brushes, get everything ready, because sometimes as parents, you can't just rush through this stuff. So you got to be prepared, and that's going to help you with your language. I'm really good with like making sure that you're level with the child. It's really bonding, be it your son or your daughter. It doesn't matter. This is not just limited to girls. It's for sons as well. Okay. So make sure that you use really, really, really good language. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about some of the tools. Now, tools make a really big difference, particularly when you're combing the child's hair. So I see a lot of these combs, being used to detangle children's hair and adults' hair. And I'm not a big fan of these because it doesn't detangle the hair properly. And if you look at the teeth on the combs, these are pretty kind of pointy and sharp. And to a child, guys, this is very, very uncomfortable. And you're more so you're raking through the hair. So talk about the importance of having the right tools. So this is a shameless plug, and I'm going to give this away today. I'm going to give it away. And so let's talk about what types of tools. I got some brushes here, and like people want to, like when the hair is like this, I see parents just want to kind of, let me just bring my camera over. There we go. They want to just kind of like brush this up like this, and then get that in there, and put the little thing on there. We're going to show you guys how to detangle this properly, and we see this a lot. And what happens is when you send the kid kind of like this to school, they're going to get teased, guys. They're going to get picked on. So talk about the tools and why you got to have the right types of tools. You said you need that comb, yours broke. All right, I see you, Muslima. You emailed me, you then asked and you share receipt. That's how I go. Don't be asking me for no money now. All right, so Miss Muslima, you've got the right comb coming your way. But talk about the right tools when it comes to using children's hair. Styling children's hair. And parents, we hope this is helping you guys out. By the way, if you haven't right now, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit the heart button. On LinkedIn, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and let's get right into it. What types of tools are good? You said taking notes. Okay, you're taking notes for your daughter's hair. All right, Shamus, and you emailed me. I got an extra comb for you too, because this comb is great for daughters. So email me at ladoshaw@yahoo.com, and I've got 2 combs that I'm giving away, and Cheryl's going to hop right into it and talk about the proper tools for children's hair.
I want to say this to all of the parents and mothers. Combs um, are not really designed to detangle. Your child's hair should not be tangled in the first place. So, if you're starting from zero, remember when you would see a slave on the plantation, and if you guys go back to the 400 years without a comb film, the grandmother in the house is telling, once you wash it, okay, first you're supposed to comb it out dry. Never comb wet hair if you have not detangled it prior to it being dry. Okay? Now, combs are not designed to detangle. The hair should not be tangled in the first place. But for the sake of this, before this conversation, so you detangled it and all that jazz. The reason why we created cornrow is because curly hair must be contained in a 3-part, and it must be constricted to be able to move. Then the ancestors would braid it in 3. 3 is a cornrow. It's because 3 organizes. It's a number of organization. So you braid it, okay? Then sometimes if they knew that you would not get to it, maybe past 2 days, they would take string, twist it around the base to keep the hair from moving. And then they would twine it around the braid. It keeps the hair from detangling. The fact is not allow it to detangle. Detangling is a misuse. It is an improper grooming. It's improper grooming. So stop saying, oh, my child's hair was tangled. Well, then lies the problem. It should never have been tangled in the first place. Tangle is not just a natural cause. It's not an act of God. Tangling is not an act of God. It is a misuse of skills. Now, let's just say my hair. So here, so if I know I'm not going to get it, change it for about 3 or 4 days, I would just take string and just wrap it around and coil it. I can do gold, I can do red, I can make a design. Because I know that once I take the braid down, it is going to be tangled. It is not going to tangle. Now, combing is to what? Separate, reorganize, and get the hair prepared. What? For either washing, because it's going to be detangled before it gets wet. Then to reorganize it and restyle it. Combing is not for raking, for combing and pulling, and because the hair is not supposed to be tangled in the first place. Okay? So any child, girl, if you have they have a lot of hair. Boys, if they have a lot of hair, you're supposed to take thin sections, start at the end, work your way up, and braid it in about 7 to 8 plaits. Do the old tradition of twining it with beautiful string or gold or whatever thread you would like. Okay. Right? And then prepare it for them to wear it for the next 4 or 5 days. Take it back down, section by section. Because ladies, mothers, daddies, cosmetologists, you do not need to wet the hair first before you apply the shampoo. Stop, because water is the trigger that allows all the curls to relax at the same time. You may want to put the shampoo in first. Put the shampoo in first. Just massage it on the scalp. The hair is combed out, it's detangled, and then just lightly rinse the suds away. Okay. You can put your conditioner in at the same time as putting the shampoo. You don't have to use it afterwards and all that rigmarole. You'll all be going through all that frustration. Okay. And just rinse all the oil. Just rinse it. Now, then you're rinsing once. Get the baby back up while you're at the bowl. All you got to do is wring it and you twine it up again. You don't have to put it in a towel. Just wind it up again. Okay. Now, let it little air dry and then just section it off and begin to replat it again and let her go to school and let him go to school the same. Then you don't have to be fighting. They don't have to be fighting. Then the comb will be synonymous with organization, restyling, and resetup. Not tug of war.
I hope y'all getting this. Now, if you in my book, what they don't tell you at the hair salon, I talk about that very same process, but we came up with a name for it. We called it toosing, toosing, toosing. Not to be confused with shampooing, is the modality of effectively cleansing the scalp and the hair without tangling it. Did you hear what we said? You can't send the child to bed with their hair like this, guys. This is not our stuff. That's they stuff. We got our own stuff. You must braid the child's hair down every night. You have
but
to.
We ain't seen on average, untangle, detangle hair with a comb. You ain't seen it. You seen them use the Afro comb, the comb, to reorganize, to separate, to replan a blueprint on the head. That is what it's for. It ain't a tug of war because you ain't let the hair mat because you're not taking care of your business as a mother and father, and you let the child's hair just be in disarray, and then you just let it be free. Well, if you let it be free, just do one or two things. Let it be or let it free. Don't let it be free at the same time. Let it be organized. Braiding, plaiting, plotting, in little, it's called organization. And the comb is just to reorganize and split and replat, replan, and do the blueprints on what the style is it's called planning. Just to reorganize. That's what the comb is for.
I hope you guys, we really, really hope you guys are understanding. Now, I know what you guys are going to talk about, like straightening the child's hair out. Let me just say this as a professional hairstylist. Don't make that the norm for your child's hair at such a young age. Please don't do it. Because children want to be children. They want to play. They don't have time for, sitting prissy and no, not yet, not yet, not yet. I know if you want to do it for picture day and the holidays, but I'm telling you guys, children want to be children. So we encourage all parents, put the child's hair in braids. And every time the parent says she doesn't like the braids, she doesn't want the braids, you have to sit down and you got to have that big girl talk. You might have to fess up as a parent. Mom was wrong. Dad was wrong. You got to braid the child's hair up. That's why with my book, Curly Hair Adventures, that was her. If you remember, Sister Nia Kobe, and I hope you was able to read the book to your son. That was her issue. Rose, she hated getting her hair combed out. But if you look at the way and what Cheryl was talking about, how you sit close to your child and all this body language, it says a lot, because at night the mom has to braid the child's hair. You see that? Look at what she talked about. Well, you got to have the right position. Look at how the child is sitting erect and the mom is bent over. The child got her head kind of tilted just a little bit so the mom can get some tension on the hair. The mom's hair is different from the daughter's hair, because this is how, the funny thing about this is the guy who illustrated this book, he didn't know my mom, but this is how I grew up. My mom did not have any hair. I had all the hair. So we don't always look the way our parents look, and that's okay. That's what the book, that's what she came to learn in the end. In the end, she said, as mom rebraids my hair, I smiled and turned to her and say the very thing I was thinking of early that day. Tonight, when I go to sleep, I hope to find that there are more boys and girls with different hair like mine. So the little girl realizes at the end, it's okay to be different, but you know what? She's got to get that hair braided. And so we end the story with the child has to get the hair braided. The child can't go to bed with the hair like this. But we don't have these kind of what you call black stories. We can't just be writing a book, oh, my hair is beautiful, and my coils, that's cute, y'all. We get that far. The kids need to know the truth. Let me mute that. Go ahead.
No, and it's very easy. Now, let's just say you had to take down your son's cornrows. Why would you take it all down at once? Take it one by one. Cleanse each section. Rebraid that one, then take down the other one. Cleanse the other one. Comb that one. Love on that one, and braid it back. Why are we have to take the whole thing down? Then what's too much? Then we got to wash it. Then we got to go through. Then we got to fight him. And then he got to do. That is not organization. You can do it in a very organizational way. Make it easier on yourself. Make it enjoyable for you. Catch up on your conversation and your time with your son. Then now you have his attention. He has yours. And then that's a moment. So you got an hour time to bond. Then you go in there and eat, go do your homework. Why are we making this hard? Why? Because our African traditions are not applied. This is a time to where you don't let all the hair out at the same time because it is much. They're young and they have a lot of it. That's what you want them to have. And you want them to have a sense of pride and care. That because that time says my mom finds me special and value enough to care about how I look, and then how I think about myself, and then how I look in my clothes, and then I look nice, and then people like me, and then I like myself, and I like this, wow, and then it breeds into something stronger and stronger and stronger, and then hopefully when he's about 16, 17, he can take it over because you've taught him the standard in which you have set for him, and nothing else will do. If you deposit it, because children, their hair is a repository. It is some place to pour in. And water holds memory. Water has a charge. And the more you deposit in, those are memories. And so it's very poignant and very important that we approach it like that.
Right. She's right. And let me just say this as a cosmetologist. Mm-hmm. This is why our salon, and we talked about this. You're right, Nia Colby. Last week, we really got into it. At the hair salon, we teach parents how to do this. Mm-hmm. This is why I quit my job. I have a degree. I had a real job. I had benefits. I had a supervisor with performance reviews and stuff. But I quit my job because this part was missing. The African culture of hair care, the grooming. This is a cultural. Now I can't speak about the Mexicans and the Polynesians. I'm just talking about Africans, okay? Every culture has their own little thing. So guys, it's not black or African if you let the kids' hair just go. That's one. Two, here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. And Cheryl, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys know that shampooing hair like this shampoo is a Hindu word that originally meant massage. So when you shampoo hair like this, you're really massaging hair. Mm-hmm. This is not our history. I repeat, this is not are history. You don't.
Mhm.
I'm interviewing Kofi Paisai of the Masi Warrior Clan and the Kofi Paisai research team for the documentary so that you guys can understand. We have a history, guys. So shampooing does not mean to wash. Shampoo means to massage. And the more you do this to Afro hair, Cheryl, tell them what's going to happen when you take your kid back and you start. Tell them what's going to happen when you do that. Take that over, take it away.
Well, I mean, I think we believe that uh, things get stuck on the scalp. I don't know who told them that things get stuck on there, and then it gets stuck in the hair, and then of course all that business. But my whole my whole goal is that first of all, I would like for you guys to understand that you guys have to have two of everything. You got to have two brushes, two combs, okay? Because one is for removal, one is for, circulation and moving the hair because scalp does have muscles in them and you do have nerves in your scalp and you do want it to get the circulation going. But then that may be akin to collecting. There's a brush and a comb that will collect most of the, debris or dirt or whatever the case may be. Then you have one that is for clean hair and because you don't want to brush with the same brush after the hair is clean. Now, but I will say this is that moving the scalp is more about meridians and nerve endings and blood circulation. But the suds in the water don't need you to help it distribute. So all of the shaking and gyrations and all of that, that is of no consequence. That's just you trying to think there's something stuck on the scalp, like you gonna get it off. Off. And if a baby, especially a black baby, is naturally afraid of a comb and naturally afraid of, you try giving a baby a scalp massage, just going to sleep. They gonna relish in that bad boy. They're gonna be like, hey, do it again, do it all night long. They love a tummy rub. They love all of that is supposed to render the emotions of feeling good. So, but shampooing has nothing to do with struggle and vigorous and viscosity and moving the suds over here and need you to put it over there. And when you get over there, you'll get over there. But you can take it you can take your time. You don't necessarily have to put water and soap on all the hair at the same time, making your job so much more difficult and making the whole experience so frustrating and burdensome that you transfer that energy to their head, neck, shoulders, and then they tense up. And then you talking about hold your head. We even got a vernacular in black folks in black life called I hold a bad head. Dumbest shit. you know. Um, I don't know if we lost her. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, guys. Hold up. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I'm over here laughing too hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I had a customer just said that to me the other day. He said, I don't hold a good head. I don't have nobody. I'm not used to nobody telling me to hold my head still. I have 450 degrees of heat in this lady's face. And she moving. I'm like, you can't do that. And so, anywho, guys,
Well,
this stuff is
and
true.
just to go to show you how the dumbest things that we say. The moment I got me a gun, she gonna have the stiffest head, neck on the planet. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's just something we say. Has nothing to do with anything. I hold a bad head. I don't hold a good head. I just be moving all over the place and everything. But, it just goes to show you that we have lost some of the traditions along the way. But I do know that children are very open, very adaptable, very teachable, and they can enjoy it. They can look forward to it. You can too. as a parent.
All right, so here we go. Here's some real life solutions, okay? So I know what you guys are saying. All right, Ladosha and Cheryl, the child's hair isn't tangled. So now what will we do? So in my book, what they don't tell you at the hair salon, Shavis, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen that our books and everything are available on Amazon, and also you can buy our books in person. My books are available via download through all of your eBook platforms. My book, here, this one is here. What they don't tell you at the hair salon. If you download this book, it actually comes to life, and we show you how to do the hair shampoo that she was talking about. But it's also here on my platform, and I think Muslima is saying that she watches the videos here on the platform, and this is what we're teaching, okay? And so in real life, remember, hair care and hairstyling are about three things, and in my book I talk about that, and those are the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So Cheryl just went over. Now you guys understand why you can't do that. So what I'm going to do is, let me just swing. There it is. The computer around a little bit more. So this is the child's hair in real life. And Cheryl said, hey guys, you got to be prepared. Get your stuff ready. So if the child's hair is like this in real life, okay, first let's clip the hair out the way. Now Cheryl talked about this in another video, and I will put that in the link after we go live. But she says you can use that conditioner, some little fatty conditioners, on the hair because it's so matted you can't get through it, right? You're going to use a nice conditioner. I do have some to give away, all right? So I have my conditioner I'm going to be giving away. So the first person in the chat that say, girl, give me that conditioner, is going to be yours. Put the conditioner on the child's hair first, all right? Don't use water, please. Don't put water on the baby's hair. And Cheryl's going to explain to you what happens if you continue to do that. Instead, use the conditioner on the child's hair first. You can get some little cheap conditioner. You have to spend a whole lot of money on this stuff, guys, because you're going to rinse this down the drain. And as you can see, you see what's happening? The hair is literally, it's just slipping apart. And for your sons and your daughters, this is a wonderful way to begin to unmat the hair. But you're going to need a lot of these clips, okay? Now, I do have some clips that I'm giving away. So if you need some clips, y'all got to get interactive here now. So they're going to kick us off this live, all right? So make sure you're dropping some stuff in the chat. If you need that, the conditioner, I need the conditioner. If you need some clips, we're here to help you guys out. We're not just the podcasters that just want to talk to you guys, right? Y'all, I see y'all dropping it now. So now you see it. Now, Cheryl says you can detangle from the ends up. I like to start from the scalp and bring it down just to get a good grip on it, but you can start from the ends and you're going to work your way up. Make sure you're using a comb with the long teeth. The shorter the teeth, I don't think it works too good if you use short teeth combs. Let me see if I have one in my thing here. Okay, yeah. So here's one that I see a lot. This one is not going to be effective. And let's start from the ends because the teeth aren't long enough. So and these, Dr. Morrow actually has the patent, all right? So Dr. Morrow originally brought this to the country, y'all. Dr. Morrow, now this ain't his design, but this concept is Dr. Willie Morrow's. Y'all put WM in the chat, all right? And you're going to bring the tangles, and no force. Do not do this. No, don't do that. Let the product work. Cheryl just told you, you don't have to do this. This is why we need to bring science and technology into this industry. You don't have to take the hair and snatch through it, because as you can see, the product works. And then like she said, don't dump the child in the water. You can spray a little water onto the hair. I also have some of this is compliments of Rev Air, fancy new atomizers, and you can spray this on the child's hair. You see that? And then you could take your shampoo and you can literally cleanse the child's scalp and hair. But what you got to do next is clip it down. If you don't clip it down, you know what it's going to do? It's just going to boot back up, all right? So make sure you do that. And then there you have it there. We're going to wrap this up. They're like, what? Yeah, this is what we're here for. Willie Morrow, thank you guys for that WM. Rest in power, Dr. Willie Morrow. We're keeping this legacy alive here. Now we're going to wrap this up. And Cheryl, talk about those Kiddie Haircare products that people want to know all the time. Are Kiddie hair products, are they any good? Help them out with some Kiddie Haircare products.
Well, one of the things that I just wanted to hit before we do leave is that the reason why you don't want to spray water on it first is because water doesn't detangle. Water just allows the hair to relax, which goes back curlier. So if it's already tangled, the last thing you want to do is spray water on something that's already intertwined, and then it gets curlier and it just gets wounded a little more tighter than you had anticipated it. But you want to, while the hair is dry, okay? And so if you need to, just put a little more oil. Remember, oil lubricates, which means it allows...
Cheryl, I hate to interrupt you. There's people on TikTok right now saying oil locks in dryness. So people do not want to put oil on hair. Everybody's coming in like, I don't want to use no oil on my hair. So please help them understand this. Guys, you got to listen.
Okay, so I just want you to understand that that is not logical. Okay, so let's please stop the madness. Now, I'm telling you what and how chemistry works in terms of its interaction biologically in surfaces and temperature and the environment. Because oils are called surfactants, they're surface. So if you put something and you're trying to separate, you're trying to reorganize a tendril, a strand, you would like to put something slippery on it so it's easier to separate from another. So when you pre-comb, okay, and then you just lightly put on something slick, then it allows you to separate in the comb, especially if you have a rubber or a plastic comb. Plastic and rubbers are non-absorbent surfaces. So when you start using them on keratin, protein, that's why you get a mismatch. So you need a molecular buffer like oil that help the plastic glide through the hair. Now, once you do that, okay, best cleansers on the planet are oils. Okay, because most dirt and debris is surface. They're not absorbed. They're just on the surface. So you need a polar pull from what's already have a polar existence on a hair strand. So when you pull the oil and the soap and the saponifier and the soap molecule pulls it. So you really only need to rub the shampoo on there to have the molecular gravitation and polar magnetizing each other. And then so when you go with the mister or you go with a wet, really drenched towel, and you wash the soap and the salts and the esters off of the surface, you'll get a real squeaky glisten kind of surface. That is when you take that same section and rebraid it. You don't have to, and let me just say this, Ladosha just told you to pin it. You could. But why not rebraid it at that point and get that section out of the way? Because you're trying to make the process easy. And so you can manipulate. If you understand your chemistry, then you can kind of manipulate the gliss, the slickness of the oil, move, pull apart, reorganize, and repart. As simple as that.
Here. Okay, guys. All right. You guys have rocked it out with us. This was a really, really good topic, and I could tell by the chat that you guys were really enjoying this and you love the information a whole lot. we can see Cheryl. The time is changing because Cheryl's getting a little chocolate up in there.
I know, right?
She's trying to get dark skin like us, Sister Nia Colby. You know, trying to get some of this chocolate on there. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I do have some goodies that I'm giving away. So I know I got a comb here. I also now everything that I'm giving away is unisex. All right. So everybody's like, you can buy this stuff on the Amazon store, or here at the Rebels Design Hair Salon. Okay, so I have the Wright Haircare. This is the leave-in conditioner. Remember, she said, guys, we ain't gotta go all this back and forth rinsing. Like that lady said, ain't nobody got time for that. Don't torture your children with the back and forth stuff. Listen, they're just trying to take y'all money. I know y'all ain't gonna believe it, but I'm telling you guys, hair, you don't need that. So here's a free bottle, 8 ounces. This should last you. Seriously, guys, you're talking about 6 months worth of products here. Nobody's using 8 ounces of conditioner in like 2 months. You're just wasting it at that point. So for free, you got 6 months worth of hair care. The first person that emails me at ladoshaw@yahoo.com, that's yours. Also, don't forget to share the show and all that good stuff, and like the channel. I also have a little giveaway of a little bottle of Deca Plus leave-in conditioner. Great for babies, children, mom, dad, all over the whole body. Won't irritate. So email me at ladoshaw@yahoo.com, and the first person who does that, you're going to get that. And then, I don't know what I did with the here it is. And if you really, really need this atomizer, this is pretty cool. Compliments of Rev Air. They are also proud sponsors of the narrative giveaway. So this is pretty cool because it just kind of keeps misting after you spray it. Really cool. So email me and I will mail that baby off to you. And don't forget, I got the comb. All right, guys? So we will be back next week. And our topic next week, we're going to be talking about gray hair. Why does it turn yellow? How can I get rid of it? Can I put some walnut and juices and berries on my hair and it's going to stop my hair from turning gray? I'm getting all this stuff coming in. So we're going to talk about gray hair next week. So for all you gray haired people who want to know some more about gray hair, sure don't have no gray hair. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but this is some bullshit. I'm upset. She ain't got no gray hair, and I know. Anywho, I'm getting upset anyway just thinking about it. All right, guys, so we got gray hair is going down next week. You know what we say when we're always signing out, right? A whole lot of peace, most certainly. A whole lot of love, and for sure a whole lot of hair. But check this out. If you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't still have hair, you can't grow it at this point, we say don't worry about it. It's okay, guys, because bald head, bald patches, all that stuff is beautiful too. And don't forget, guys, make sure y'all get involved and love on these babies, okay? Love them. This is not torture. This is all about LOVE. Thank you guys so much for always rocking out with us. We'll see you later. Deuces.